The following audio may contain the personal testimonials of some OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to the webinar. My name is David Bush, and for the next 30 minutes, I get a chance to share with you the amazing full offering of OPTAVIA. I'm glad that you're here, whether you're watching live or you're watching this as a recording. I'm glad that you're learning about creating optimal health and well-being in your life using this amazing thing that we call OPTAVIA. OPTAVIA stands for the optimal way of living. And you see the 24 radiance inside of our logo, which basically stands for how we are helping people to create more optimal days. When we help people to take care of the hours, they begin to take care of the days. And people can actually radically transform their lives by just taking care of some simple, healthy habits. And that's what we're all about at OPTAVIA, is helping people to transform their lives one healthy habit at a time. My story is 10 years ago, I ended up losing 100 pounds with this program. And unbeknownst to me, I was actually capable of doing a whole lot of things that I was not thinking I was capable of doing. I would like to say that I conquered the impossible, but what I found was that it was very possible to transform my life if I was given the right resources and support and system to help me to learn how to create health and well-being in my life. Now, for the last 10 years, I've had a chance to not only continue my health journey, but I've had a chance to help others on their health journey, including my own kids and my family, my friends, and people I went to high school with. And being an OPTAVIA coach has radically transformed not just the way that I think about health from a physical standpoint, because I've learned so much in helping other people, but I've also transformed mentally, vocationally, and financially. Now, this is what I do for a living. I get a chance to encourage and inspire other people on their journey. And while you may not be looking for a full-time career like I'm doing right now, what you're going to hear tonight is you're going to hear how you can use the OPTAVIA coach opportunity to help you to accelerate your goals, to get to the point where you want to be at faster while you end up helping other people to do the same thing. Isn't that amazing? You see, what we've created inside this business model with the help of our co-founding member, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, is we've created a system that helps people to transform their lives using something that's very simple. And we'll go through those components in just a moment of how that system works and how you can leverage it personally and professionally in helping other people. You see, our company has been around for a long time. Our medical history is rich. And so our story and credibility are unmatched in the industry. We have actually created a system that other people have not had a chance to create, because our model is built on coaching. It's a model that's built around coaching people to create optimal health and well-being. It's science-based. Our company was actually ranked one of the top 100 most trustworthy companies in the country by Forbes magazine in 2016 and 2017. And what we've found in the marketplace is the reason why our company is expanding and becoming a darling on Wall Street is because our model is so different and unique. This is not a business model that you are familiar with. There's some unique differences, and tonight we're going to get a chance to cover those. And so what I'd encourage you to do over the next few minutes is just keep an open mind about what the opportunity may look like for you, and to explore, to see if it might be a good fit. And I wouldn't say that everybody has the perfect plan to execute becoming an OPTAVIA coach, because all of us are a little different. And so if coaching just helps you to achieve your goals and sustain those goals while helping a few other people on the journey, that's perfectly okay. And if you want to go out there and transform the world, I can tell you the harvest is plenty, the workers are few. We need more coaches. Right now, there are so many people that are struggling with their weight and struggling with their health that we don't have enough health coaches to assist every person that has a need. And our mission from our co-founder, Dr. Anderson, is to get America healthy. You see, not everybody wants to be healthy, but what we want to do is we want to put enough coaches into the marketplace so that everybody that wants to be healthy has access to a coach. Right now, it's about 30,000 people to every one health coach. that staffing ratio is not going to be very good. We can't afford to spend all of our lives coaching other people. We need all of us to do a little bit. All of us can help someone, just not one of us can help everyone. So if you see these numbers and that begins to resonate with you, and maybe you have a passion for paying forward what you've been given as a client, or maybe you know people that struggle, this is a great opportunity for you to explore. You see, this business model is built on a system that works because the system works, not because a OPTAVIA coach works all the time. Most of our coaches are working part-time to spare time. There's a few people that have decided to do this full-time because they're so passionate about it and they just want to make a big difference in the world. But what you can decide is up to you as how this fits into your life. These 4 components that you see on the screen are things that we make up, or we've used to make up our OPTAVIA business model. You see, the very first thing that an individual gets when they become part of our system is they get a personal relationship with an OPTAVIA coach. This caring and knowledgeable person is someone that's guiding an individual through the healthy lifestyle program that Dr. Wayne Anderson created called the Habits of Health System. You see, OPTAVIA coaches are not professional experts. They're not people that have all the answers. A lot of our coaches are people that are actually on their journey. And the reason why they're able to coach people on this program is because it's physician-led. It's actually something that's been medically proven to provide very efficacious results and proven predictable transformation. So the coach doesn't have to be an expert in nutrition or fitness or weight loss. The coach can just be somebody that's providing guidance and resources using the training and mentoring support that we provide. An OPTAVIA coach will encourage individual clients to utilize this program and to plug in to Dr. A's Habits of Health system. Dr. A is the ultimate health coach, and we're here to use his system to guide other people. Dr. Anderson is the 10th physician board certified in critical care, and he's built a bio network of support, so all of the answers and resources are available to anyone that wants to have those questions answered. It's just that the OPTAVIA coach doesn't have to have all those answers the day that they decide to help people. This step-by-step system will give people the tools that they need to transform their lives. OPTAVIA coaches are just there to invite and encourage and guide people and coach people to overcome the barriers that we all face using the training resources that are available to them. The third component is the OPTAVIA community. This is where our program really takes a whole new level of success. The local and virtual community events create a dynamic that creates a lot of collaboration and encouragement, and it helps individuals to plug into a positive support network, which Dr. Anderson says is one of the most important things for an individual to reach their goal and to sustain a healthy lifestyle. Not having a good support system robs an individual of the success that they may have had with weight loss or with nutrition improvement habits. What we're trying to do is to show people the power of community and making it really simple to plug in. Clients and coaches on our program have access to 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week resources, as well as access to an expert nutrition and support team that's able to answer some really complex questions that relate to health and nutrition and fitness. The fourth component of our program are the fuelings and meal plans. We have very successful meal plans that help people to have very structured nutrition that's really simple and very healthy alternatives to some of the foods that may take a little bit more time to plan and purchase and prepare and portion size that people are telling you to eat to get healthy. You see, our fueling systems are already done for you. All of the fuelings have all the 24 essential vitamins and minerals. They're scientifically proven from their nutritional profile, and they're designed to provide just the right nutrition at every stage of the journey so that you're not overfilling yourself or you're not underfilling yourself with the kind of protein and carbohydrate your body needs. Our grab-and-go fuelings are wide varieties in terms of taste, textures, flavors. There's so many different options. What a person does when they come into our program is we teach them to eat every 2 to 3 hours. So they're eating 6 times a day, which is a macro habit of health. It's a habit of health that Dr. Anderson says provides satiety and provides long-term weight management. So we're going to teach people using this simple system to eat 6 times a day. And we're going to give them meal plans for them to choose from to help them to achieve their goals, whether it's to lose a significant amount of weight, a little bit of extra belly fat, or if it's to just sustain a healthy nutrition plan. Everybody gets a chance to choose what their nutrition plan is. So before we go any further, I want to stop for just a second and introduce you to one of the amazing individuals that we have as not only a client on our program, but also as an OPTAVIA coach. Her name is Melanie, and Melanie has been a part of our program and a part of our coaching community for under 12 months, but what you can see on the screen is just a portion of how she's transformed her health and her life. Melanie, welcome to the webinar.
Thank you so much, David. I appreciate being invited to come and be part of this. It has really been an amazing journey for me. I actually started about a year ago, like David said, and I was someone who had always had a weight problem. I even did bariatric surgery 10 years before because of back problems and just weight that was always creeping up and up. I got to the point where I was almost 300 pounds, and I really felt desperate. And I did lose 100 pounds with bariatric surgery, but the reality was I never changed my habits. And eventually I had a typical regain that is very typical for people with surgery like that to regain. And I did, and I got up to 50 pounds. And I was really feeling desperate, and not just because of physically, but because of mentally, I just couldn't do it again. I just couldn't go back up that high. So at that time, I was watching on Facebook someone who then would become my coach, Sarah Northwood. And Sarah was living out loud and sharing this program, OPTAVIA. And my husband actually saw it, and he said, you know what, you need support. I always cry when I say this because it was just such a gift from my husband to say to me, you can do this and you need support. And the truth is, I needed support. You know what? And one of the major components of this program is support. So when I joined, actually the coach call I had with Sarah's coach, at that moment they said to me, Melanie, why don't you be a coach? And I was thinking, I just haven't even started this program and you want me to coach? And they were really encouraging me. And they said, you know what? It's great. It's greater accountability for you. It's going to be where we're going to coach with you, and we're going to train you, and we're going to show you. And so it was a tremendous opportunity for me. And I thought, you know what? This would be such a great opportunity because this has been my greatest weakness all my life. I've always had a weight problem. So if I could end up turning this around and making my greatest weakness a strength and something I can share, then that just sounds like that's a great idea. And it was. So I got the support I needed. And right away, my neighbor joined because of what she saw in my face. I think I was just so full of joy and hope. And I have to be honest with you, like the previous people this evening, I didn't think, I was just hoping for small results. But I'm down almost 60 pounds. I am able to do everything easier. And I've been learning and growing as an individual, not just in the area of my weight loss, but in the area of learning habits, truly learning and incorporating them by having an accountabilities and support system and other coaches. It's a wonderful group of people that I'm working with, and I'm really encouraged by it. And then the final thing to share I'd like to say is that the financial blessing of being an OPTAVIA coach. I was doing it while I was working, and I was able in December to leave my job as an office manager and become a coach full-time. I am also a pastor's wife, so I have other responsibilities like a lot of us. We do all kinds of things, but it's an incredible thing to give back this opportunity that is lifelong transformation. And I'm living my dream. I'm smaller than I ever have been, more than I did when I did bariatric surgery. I've lost more weight, and I'm still going. And I'm just very grateful to be able to share it with people who are so excited to have the same kind of results.
Gosh, I love your story, Melanie, and I love what you stand for. And, you know, some of you are watching this webinar and you're thinking, you know, why did they ask her to become a coach and she hadn't even lost all her weight yet? Well, the reason is because we're not asking you to do something for us. We're actually giving you something more. We know the benefits of coaching other people, and that helps you to improve your accountability with your own health journey. It gives you an opportunity to improve your income opportunities, which a lot of times people look at health as an investment. So if we can give them some additional resources by simply just helping their friends to get healthier, and they don't have to know everything and go back to school and spend a bunch of money, that's going to help them with their income. It's also going to help them with their opportunities for retirement. We know a lot of people don't have a lot of money saved for retirement, or they're looking for something to do in retirement. We also know that people are oftentimes insecure in their job or they're in their business. They're also looking for more freedom and flexibility, things to do, travel, ways to give money back to the family or friends or to the faith organizations or charitable organizations. And then there's just the fact that more people are looking for purpose and significance than ever before. And so that's what we call optimal health, is the trilogy of healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. You see, this is not about trying to get you to do something. The reason why we share this is because there's benefits of becoming a coach and because there's a huge need. We don't need any one person. So this webinar is not about trying to get you to do something. It's to educate you on what's available and to ask you to explore it to see if it's a good fit for you or somebody else. And so it's people like Melanie and others that are trying to take it back and give it to their family and also to accept it as their own personal opportunity. Sherry's another great story I can't wait to share with you, because she and herself not only transformed her physical health, but she also transformed all the other areas of her life, and I can't wait for you to hear a little more from Sherry. Sherry, welcome to the webinar.
Hi, David. Thanks so much. I'm honored to be on. I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm super excited to share because OPTAVIA has really been the vehicle for me to acquire balance in all three of those areas that you were just mentioning: healthy body, healthy mindset, and healthy finances. And so what I thought was just going to be a weight loss program really ended up transforming my life in all three of those areas and helped me to create that balance that I was lacking. So when I met my coach, it was actually been 8 years now. I lost 42 pounds. Like I said, it came into this for weight loss only in the beginning. I lost 42 pounds in about 3.5 months. But more than the weight loss, what I've gained through OPTAVIA was so much more, because I've been able to gain freedom and really get my life back. You see, at that time, I was working 10 to 12, sometimes 14 hours a day at the hair salon, 6 days a week. I was on my feet, missing out on life, missing out on games that my son had, and family time in the evening. And my one day off was on Sunday, and I ended up sleeping in rather than going to church and just trying to take care of things on my one day off. So what was most important to me, it wasn't reflected in my life, and that caused me a lot of internal stress and turmoil. I wasn't having time to live my life like I wanted. And so my priorities were all out of balance. I wanted my priorities to be faith, family, friends, and then work. But my work was really consuming all of my time, and I barely had any time left for anything else, to be the mom I wanted to be or the friend I wanted to be, let alone to have time to take care of myself or have time for my faith. So I had been referring people to my coach, and they've been seeing me drop weight, and she kept encouraging me to coach them rather than her. Well, I told her I did not have time for that, didn't want another job, had no idea how little time coaching really would take me. And so, but when some of my friends wanted to do this with me, and they wanted me to help them and do this with them, otherwise they weren't going to do it because they didn't know my coach. So I became a coach just to help them, and knew that it was also going to keep me accountable to my own health goals for keeping my weight off long term. So within a matter of months of just continuing to share my story and helping other people, my income from my coaching business overcame my hair income in a fraction of the time that it took to earn the same amount of money doing hair. So as of 3 years ago, I was actually able to retire from my hair chair as a stylist. And that actually created more time in my day, so I could focus on the things that were most important to me. And so as that financial pressure eased up and I was creating more time freedom, I had more time for my family with exercise, and I started exercising daily. I was getting more sleep, really working on all those micro habits that make up our overall health and contribute to, our weight. and how our quality of life and how we feel. So I was able to incorporate daily quiet time on a regular basis and start having Bible studies in my home, going to church on Sundays. And so really getting that balance back. So for me, over time, coaching has really enabled me to reverse everything, to be more focused and intentional in putting my priorities back in order to where they needed to be. My faith first, then family, friends, and work. So it wasn't about the income, which can be great depending on your efforts, but it's really about what that income represented and how it's freed up time for me to center my life on what was important to me most. And the timing turned out to be just perfect, because right around that time we discovered my husband was developing a very rare motor neuron disease. And I'm so thankful that I had the freedom and flexibility to be there for him, attending every doctor visit to advocate, especially since we had to travel a few hours away to see specialists. So I felt that not only did it get my life back and be able to enjoy my family again and activities, it really felt like I got off that hamster wheel of life and started to live with meaning and purpose. And so OPTAVIA has been that vehicle to really transform my life, not just physically, but emotionally, through, with my mental health, financially. And now, as of January of this year too, I'm super excited. My husband was able to leave his job of 35 years, and there's no retirement in place for the employees there, but we didn't have to worry because of my coaching practice, and now my husband has time freedom as well. So I'm excited to moving forward to help others do the same in whatever area of life and health that they want to experience, to develop that same kind of freedom for their life and health that they want. And I'm hoping that my story will offer hope and inspire others to contend for their health and their dreams and to not settle. So thanks so much again for the opportunity, David. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Sherry. Gosh, I just love hearing all the things that have transformed in your life, and I can just see the joy in your face for what you've accomplished. And those stories just never end. I mean, there's so many different, we have 25,000 coaches. We still don't have enough, but we have 25,000 stories of people in different walks of life with different stories, and all of them are so inspirational. So whether you want to choose to just coach clients and you want to help friends and family members, and I know some of you are looking at the idea of, well, how do you go about finding clients? Well, there's 320 million Americans, and 71% of them are overweight or obese. You don't have to look far for people that want to lose weight. The average American is spending over $800 a year on weight loss. They're spending money trying to get healthier. So all you simply do is work with your mentorship team, and they'll help you to find people that need what you have to offer, much beyond just the idea of weight loss. And if you do want to help people, you can become an OPTAVIA business coach. And there's a training process and a way to learn the competencies of becoming a successful business coach of other coaches. And then there's an opportunity to become a business leader, a leader of leaders, helping to change the fabric of America by helping it to become healthier, by leading other people to achieve the Trilogy of Optimal Health and Well-Being: healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. How does it work for coaches? Well, it's all relational. It's simply about helping people to create optimal health and well-being. You get to choose your hours. It's you can do full-time, part-time, or spare time. You're completely independent. Nobody tells you what to do. Nobody tells you how much you can earn. You can earn as much as you want or as little as you want. There's no income floor and there's no income ceiling. There's a low startup cost of $199. There's very low operating costs, and there's no inventory. So you don't have to buy products. You don't even have to continue to buy products to remain in compensation with OPTAVIA, because it's not one of those kind of companies. You don't have to go out there and recruit a bunch of coaches to be compensated. You simply just need to share what you're passionate about with the program and care for people and follow up and plug them into the system, and you can earn income by just simply doing that. There's no quotas or monthly purchases, as I said, and there's a complete training and support system available. Now, I want to share with you one last story before we wrap up. Lana and Lee Badashev are first-generation immigrants to the United States, and their amazing family has taken something that was maybe a tough blow back a few years ago. About a decade ago, their life had really been kind of falling on some hard times, but they took this gift called OPTAVIA and they turned it into a thriving business without having a tremendous, huge network of people right here in America. And I can't wait for you to hear Lee and Lana's story. Lana and Lee, welcome to the webinar.
Hey, David, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to share. You know, going back, it's actually over a decade. It's been 13 years since we first started coaching. Actually, in 2 days, it'll be 13 years. And I can tell you our life was very, very, very different than it is now. When we first got married, we were really excited. it seemed like, life, we're on top of the world. But then, life started really creep in, and we realized, wait a second, we have a lot of debt. Lana brought in some, she's highly educated. She became a nurse. Private school and private education costs a lot of money, so a lot of debt. Then we wanted, of course, the beautiful wedding that added debt. Then, of course, some of our siblings were doing well in their businesses, so we had to catch up to them. And what we started feeling like, we're like, wow, we really are like the hamsters in the wheel, right? We started feeling really, actually, we became in the in crowd, right? And we were in debt, we felt insecure and felt insignificant. And, I got to tell you that it took a hit on Lana for sure. She worked as an ICU nurse, and I'll let her share more of that. But she started putting on the weight pretty quickly because of the stress. And I didn't know how to help her. But I saw after she, was introduced to OPTAVIA at the time, she made a complete transformation physically. And all of a sudden people started asking her, what are you doing? And it was around that time that we were like, man, we're sick of living the life that we really have. I mean, we still had our family, we had some friends, but we knew there was something more out there. We wanted to be part of a community of individuals that really made an impact in people's lives. And all we saw, we were looking through kind of a small lens where all we saw in front of us was like, how do we pay this debt off? How do we get out of this rat race that we're in? We don't know. So we were actually open. We had an open and growth mindset that we were seeking something out there. And OPTAVIA came at a perfect time because we were at the lowest, one of our lower points of our life. And I could tell you that OPTAVIA was one of the best things that's happened in our life. And since then, I could tell you, a lot took it up. I had a lot of concepts. I had a lot of fears too, but I can tell you that Lana grabbed it. And in the first year, she replaced one of our incomes. People were just asking organic, like, what are you doing? What's going on? So friends and family and individuals in our life that saw her, they saw the amazing transformation she had. And I can tell you when I came home from a rainy day in Portland, Oregon, or in Vancouver, Washington, crawling in crawl space, being electrocuted that day as an electrician, it was not fun, but she was enjoying herself, which, and so we saw the opportunity pretty quickly that this can be a transformation, and not just in our physical health, but our financial health and our mind too. So there really is true that now, 13 years later, I can tell you through the entire journey, we actually hit a milestone last month that we've been wanting to hit for many years, David, and we've really been able to enjoy this process. We're able to travel with our kids when we want, how we want. We could truly say we're fully in control of our life, and we surround ourselves with what matters most to us. And we're leaving a legacy where, finances are not so much of a worry anymore. And we have time freedom. I no longer have to ask, hey, can I go to the bathroom? I got 10 minutes, I better go. So it's one of those things that, we're fully in control of our lives now. And we get to pay it forward and give the gift of transformation to other people. And guess what? We get paid really, really well to do it. So I'd love to hear from Lana.
Yeah, Lee loves the getting paid part. That makes things better. Anyway, so as Lee alluded, so, I'm a first generation immigrant, I was told here, like, you come to America, you go to college, I barely spoke English. And, I got sold on a ton of student loans, okay, tons. Some of you might know other, students in that position. And I remember, so yes, I graduated as a nurse. It was a good job, but I was working a lot of night shifts, and I would look at, by the time we're done paying our bills, I mean, we're just paying interest on our student loans, and it was overwhelming. I'm like, this is the dream. I did the right thing. I came here and I worked my tail off, and now I'm, in an ICU picking up every possible extra shift to earn any extra money possible. And when you were like 2 people, no kids, and you're getting overtime, we got taxed a lot in Oregon. So it seemed like it wasn't really creating a dent. So yes, I was very motivated to start helping people, because at the same time I've been confronted with obesity. As a healthcare worker, you really see it in a whole other way, how it's taken away lives. I really connected with the mission of Dr. A. I knew that this man had a big heart, and I could trust that. And I saw the transformation in my own body. So we took it on, and I had no idea that this was going to become, I just wanted something to give us breathing room. But every year my vision grew bigger and bigger. So I had no intention of building a business, of building a big business. I just wanted some side money, and then I replaced my income, and then we replaced Lee's income. And then I remember on my 30th birthday, Lee and I were completely debt free, and we were supposed to pay those student loans till like we're 70, I think, if we just kept going at the initial pace. And it was one of the most exciting things. So OPTAVIA came at a great time. It completely transformed our life. As Lee shared, I mean, we're able to travel with our kids. We have two beautiful kids who don't know what it's like not to have a parent at home, who don't know the struggles that we had growing up in this country, and the neighborhoods we lived in starting out was not fun. So super grateful. We're just beginning because we have a big job, you guys. We need a lot of you. And my vision is expanding and growing every single day. So thank you, OPTAVIA.
So good. You guys are so inspirational. I'm always inspired by hearing your story. And I know that some people are saying, well, they've been doing it for 13 years. I'm just starting now. And this is one of those things where you got to get in early to make any money. No, that's not the case. Melanie started a year ago. And so there's people right now that are just kind of catching momentum because of the amazing developments that have been happening. We are actually going international with our business model, and we have so much that's been improving. We have an online comprehensive training system that's been rolled out. We have a new web platform, so technology's been upgraded. So some of the stuff that Lana and Lee and I had to deal with over a decade ago, none of you have to deal with, because a lot of that ground was actually paved the way from all of you to come in and really thrive in this business model. So the cool thing is you can learn as you earn. So you can actually get into the process of learning and be earning an income right away, and you don't have to wait until you meet performance standards before you get compensated for your work. So if you're looking for an opportunity to expand your health and improve your education on health, this is a great model, and we can use a team coaching model to bring you up to speed very quickly. But you can choose to work at your own pace. Nobody's going to push you or try to manipulate you to do something that you don't want to do. So if you're in a position where you're saying, hey, this sounds like something worthy of exploring further, we'd love for you to reach out to the person that invited you or shared this video with you and let them know that you're curious, you'd like to learn more, or if you're ready to get started, we'd love to have you join the mission, and we'd love to give you that helping hand to take the next step to creating lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. On behalf of all the panelists, Shelly, Melanie, Lee, and Lana, and myself, I just wish you all the very best in optimal health and well-being. Thanks, everybody, and have a good night.
This audio may have contained the personal testimonials of some OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.